So with the latest episode of Sword of the Demon Hunter, rather than take place in 1970 where the last episode left off, we instead only go 20 years past where the first one did before the time jump, and Jinya goes into this village where he's hired to slay a demon that is harassing a local shopkeeper's daughter named Natsu. Natsu is very spoiled, kind of annoying, but luckily for her, while her dad, Kuzo, adopted dad that is very stoic and stern, she has one of his shopkeepers named Zenji who kind of balances him out. But while Zenji means well, he can't take on this demon, which apparently, according to Jinya, isn't like a normal demon. It's a type of demon that is born out of emotions, not from one of the parents of both being a demon. And to make a long story short, this demon is born from Natsu's negative feelings about being not only adopted, but kind of feeling like a replacement child. And by the end of the episode, we learn that she's actually a replacement child for Jinya because Kuzo, who hired Jinya, is actually Jinya's father. And Jinya, in the process of all this, while he's taking on a demon, trying to get Natsu to admit his emotions, yada, 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 Kuzo pushes the story that maybe Suzune killed Jinya's mother. And there's a lot of other things that kind of triggered the idea that when it comes to future episodes, there's a lot of interesting things that may go on, which, when we get into the review portion, it really sets a tone that makes it so. Whether this is going to be chronologically going forward or jumping around in time, we may get a lot of interesting stories regarding not only Jinya, maybe revisiting people that he once knew, especially as they grow up or they have children and stuff like that, but we may also get Suzune's take on things, whether it's dealing with Kuzo and Suzune and whatever may have gone on with them, since, who knows, maybe Suzune at one time did allow herself to look like an adult and maybe had an affair or something, and when things didn't go right, she killed Jinya's mother. There's a whole bunch of things that could potentially go on, since the way they handled the secret of Jinya being Kuzo's son, it sets an interesting precedent. But at the same time, having the first episode since that time jump was introduced, being Jinya visiting his father, definitely gives you a sense that even though this episode wasn't really emotional, it can lead to very strong storytelling still, just like we saw in the first episode, without it having to be an hour long.